Hello everyone, Jeff and Derek here, and listen, we got a lot of stuff to talk to you about. It's been a while, but we're going to get right into it. So Derek, go ahead and tell us what we got.
Well, we're going to go over a couple bottles, some releases that we've had out already, but there is a couple surprises that we're going to review after this. Gosh, so these are all so good. The makers, there's two versions of the makers out. There's the Jimmy's Pick and the Toss-Up, right?
Yep.
And they're both currently out right now in most stores. I'd like to know which one you guys like better. I lean towards the Jimmy's Pick. It's more milk chocolate. That one just hits me just right, but they're both fantastic and they're both so different. The Wilderness Trail, the buttercream, if you guys haven't had a chance to try it, it's fantastic. And the Russells, this one's limited. There's only so many left.
Yeah, I think we're down to 60 bottles
60
now.
bottles.
Yeah.
When I first tried this, my brain instantly went to the top whiskeys I've ever had. I mean, that's where my thought process, when I try to rank something, you know, when you try it, you're like, where does this fit in different whiskeys I've had? And I've had my share of different whiskeys. I've tried quite a few. And my brain first went to, where does this rank in the top of my list? I don't know exactly where, but it's at the top.
I remember that's the first thing you said.
Oh,
you're
right
like,
away.
I'm trying to figure out where this ranks in the top.
Yes, this stuff, if you don't have a bottle and if you don't have a backup bottle, you need to get one. And there's something new we've learned about the new riff, right?
Oh yeah, this is really exciting. We actually sat and talked about this with Indiana Liquor Group as far as, you know, submitting one of our best single barrel picks, which I think we've had a lot of great ones, right?
Oh yeah.
But we submitted the new riff because when we did this tasting, it was hands down, everybody picked this one as their favorite. And, you know, we picked two of them, but bottle number 2551 was submitted to the Ascot Awards, and we won double platinum. And as you look through the list at ascotawards.com, you're going to find out that, man, we beat a lot of great whiskeys, and this one got a double platinum. So there's a few still out there. We've probably got about 100 bottles kind of spread out. So you want to make sure you hit the stores, because we're going to, actually, I got some requests as soon as those awards came out is, hey, where can I get my hands on some of these bottles?
Yeah.
So come to the tastings. We're going to make sure that if we have any, we're going to ship them to the stores. We're going to have them there for the tasting along with these other picks. And again, this is limited, so we're not going to have very many of those left. So
double platinum. I mean, seriously, that's blind too.
Yeah.
They just poured blind double platinum.
But you got Peggy No Stevens as one of the tasters. You got Fred Minnick as one of the tasters. And for them to say that this pick is phenomenal, heck yeah.
So what's the next double platinum?
Right? That's right.
It could be any one of these.
Well,
this isn't going to be the only one, I guess.
Speaking of, we do have a couple. We do have one more we want to try.
We may have one right here.
Yeah. So we've got two that we're going to feature, and we'll have, you know, these will be at the tasting if you're interested. But hey, we've got Sweetens Cove here, Derek, and this is actually not the $200 bottle that you see, but this is actually a $54.99 bottle of Sweetens Cove called Tennessee.
Well,
we're just gonna get right into it.
Fuck it out.
So let's talk about
how $200 is a lot.
It's a price tag, yeah. But they've released this second bottle, this second batch called Tennessee, which is a blend of Tennessee bourbon or Tennessee whiskey, however you want to go on that. Again, with Kentucky bourbon. So what? We've got some rivalries here. So now we're basically combining the two. And Marianne Eaves is sort of the mastermind behind this. You know, she started out with Woodford Reserve, kind of basically interned with Chris Morris, the master distiller there. And if y'all remember when Castle and Key, she got selected as the first female master distiller. Then she got out of Castle and Key and doing consulting work, and this is one of her masterpieces. I'm a big fan of hers. Had a chance to meet her a few years back when she was at Castle and Key. Wonderful, wonderful person. And she has a great palate, great nose, and really doing some great things. So this is a blend of Kentucky bourbon and Tennessee whiskey, or Tennessee bourbon, that is actually finished in toasted maple wood. So really, that finished product is more of what Tennessee's doing, because Sweetens Cove is in Tennessee. So we gotta finish it with that toasted maple.
Well, here's I'm gonna back up a minute, right? First off, this is a beautiful bottle, and the top on this is just, yeah, that's really cool. But so Peyton Manning still.
Yep. So they own, or they're partners in with Sweetens Cove, but they like to, they don't want their name to sell the product as much as they want the product to sell itself.
But he was here in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
Quarterback. I mean, he about changed the culture, the sports culture in the state, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, so you know,
they're leaving Indiana out. Kentucky, Tennessee. They can't put some 95.5 in here and kind of throw a little Indy Tennessee in it or something.
That's a good point,
right?
If he's listening.
95.5, right? Maybe.
That might not be a bad idea. Is that coming next? Little. What in a Tennessee?
In a Tennessee.
I think
Why not?
I think we got something,
yeah,
brother.
We're on it. If you need some help picking barrels, Peyton.
So this is interesting. So this is going to come in at 110 proof. So we still got a high proof whiskey. We still got Marianne Eves that's kind of doing the mad scientist stuff here. We've got Sweetens Cove. So we got a lot of good things going on here at an affordable price. So what do you get on the nose, Derek?
Wood.
I do, yeah. My favorite.
That's the first thing that hit me.
Sweet oak. That's one of my favorite notes in a whiskey is that sweet oak.
More of a fresh cut too.
Yeah. And I personally don't pick up as heavy of the Tennessee flavor profile or that nose that or the aromas that you typically get with Tennessee whiskey. So I think this might be a really nice blend. I'm kind of anxious to taste it.
It's got a great nose on it.
Yeah, it really does. Let's dive right in.
Yep.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. So there's a little bit of a spicy note on the palate. It's got a pretty decent finish on it. The thing that's really sticking out to me is it's creamy. It's very viscous.
It is. It's a good mouthfeel.
It really kind of sticks to the palate. It's sweet, some vanilla, some caramel, and I still get a little bit of that wood, kind of that nice sweet oak.
That sweet oak, almost like a cherry oak.
Yeah.
This is a touch of cherry in the back of that too.
This is a nice $54.99. This is a really good price point for this, folks.
Yeah. So if you can't get the other bottle of Sweetness Cove, this one is right there.
This is, and I like the idea of taking two, some will say opposites, Kentucky versus Tennessee, and now we're gonna bring them together and create what I think is a really nice product here, folks.
If you can make something good out of two things, then
let's do it.
And they did it. This is good.
You're going to get a chance to try before you buy anyway. So you need to come out to the tastings, as we always like to say. Why not? You got all this stuff, and you got Peyton Manning. You got Peyton Manning's Sweetens Cove right here.
Yep.
All right.
I did enjoy that.
So let's go into another thing that I really like about this, and this is Hugh Hamer. Not Hammer. A lot of people want to call it Hammer. It's Hamer. Hugh Hamer. And this is Indiana Liquor Group's single barrel pick finished in rum cask. So now I will tell you that Derek and I has had the opportunity to try a lot of different finished Hugh Hamer finish. We got the apple brandy. We've had the cherry brandy finish. I think we've tried a peach brandy. I've not had a chance to try a rum finish yet, and I'm really excited about this because none of their products have really disappointed us.
No, they haven't. They do a fantastic job. They're a little bit younger, some of them, but man, they have it figured out. They almost in the age group they about got it figured out like Texas does.
They absolutely. And remember, this is a 99% corn, 1% malted barley bourbon. This is extremely high with no rye. So just really, really a good bourbon. So with
super dark.
Oh yeah.
Look how dark that is.
And that's a little darker than what I've seen some of the others. So, on the nose on this, what I get right away is just those really tropical notes, which is kind of fun in a bourbon, especially a high corn bourbon.
I like how rum kind of rounds out and finishes off a lot of bourbons. It just gives it just like a different complexity on the back end of it, and a different sweetness in the front a lot of times too. So yeah, as soon as I seen they had a rum finish, I was very excited to try it.
Man, I get a little bit of coconut on this.
119.
Yeah.
It's a good number too.
119, 192 bottles. So not a heavy barrel, if you will. But the nose on this is very inviting.
Yeah.
For sure. You definitely get the rum. And here's the thing, with a lot of rum finished bourbons that I've had, the rum has almost been non-existent. You know, this is one where on the nose, I'm like, okay, finally, I'm getting some of that rum.
Do they disclose what rum? They don't?
No, I was kind of hoping I'd try to get that information. But,
yeah.
You know, we just don't quite have that good of an, you know.
Well, sometimes they keep it a secret too, and that's not bad.
Ooh, this is, I'm going to check this out.
Let's
Cheers.
go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. So that does not drink like 120.
Wow.
At all.
Oh my gosh. That's dangerous. Indian Liquor Group, you guys nailed it. Wow. This is fantastic. This is sweet all the way through.
It's still developing.
Yeah, it's the finish. There's no spice. I get zero pepper. It is a lot of rum.
It's still changing.
Yeah.
Like it's still changing.
That's really good. That's really good. Maybe we'll just keep this for ourselves. Wow. Straight bourbon whiskey finished in run barrels. This is fantastic, Derek.
That's good as it gets right there.
Yeah. The sweetness it follows through from the front, really rich on the front, and it goes all the way to the end, and it's just still developing.
Gosh, they do a fantastic job there.
This is great, folks. I got to tell you, again, we're gonna be check out the Facebook, check out Instagram, check the email if you're a VIP member. Make sure you don't miss these tastings. We got a lot of great things coming in with June. Got Father's Day coming in. So we got a lot of great bottles for you to look through, and you get a chance to try before you buy.
And what's the next double platinum? Help us figure it out. Who knows? It could be.
I'm saying this is a darn good start.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.